Wait a minute, that one's true.
An all-new Girlfriend, next Monday after the Hughleys on UPN. The first wave
Not human.
has already landed. The WWF China in Alien Fury.
Tuesday night at 8.
Tonight, first at 10, disappointment for the Democrats. The U.S. Supreme Court sends the battle back to Florida, but Al Gore says it's not over yet. The latest on the presidential deadlock.
Also, one bad neighbor. Police find pounds of pot inside a man's house, only a few hundred feet away from an area school.
Plus, a high-tech holiday. Get a glimpse of some of the new super gadgets for the big girls and boys. It's 10 o'clock.
Live, Kurt Ludlow, Shauna Parsons, meteorologist Rod Hill, and Tim Becker Sports. This is the 10 o'clock news.
Good evening. All eyes are back on the Florida Supreme Court tonight.
Today, the U.S. Supreme Court sent the election deadlock back to the state where the problems began. KPTV's Anna Katayama has been following this story. She joins us tonight from News Control with the very latest. Anna.
Kurt and China, this was definitely not a good day for Vice President Al Gore. And the fate of this year's presidential election could rest in the hands of the 7 justices on Florida's Supreme Court. That's because if that court does not reverse a decision that was made today by a Leon County judge, the Gore campaign says that it will not appeal. A decision made in a Leon County courtroom seemed to overshadow a ruling made earlier by the U.S. Supreme Court. In the glare of the national spotlight, Judge N. Sanders Sauls denied the Gore campaign's request for a manual recount of thousands of contested ballots.
The court finds that the plaintiffs have failed to carry the requisite burden of proof.
At issue is whether some 14,000 disputed ballots from Miami-Dade, Palm Beach, and Nassau counties can be included in Florida's final vote count. Gore's lawyers immediately filed an appeal with the state Supreme Court.
Remember, our position from the beginning has been that consistent with Florida law, the ballots were the best evidence. And unfortunately, this ruling comes without the judge having looked at a single ballot. Even though those ballots were admitted into evidence, none of those ballots have been reviewed.
Lawyers for George W. Bush say that they will handle the appeals as they come, but they were quick to declare victory.
Governor Bush and Secretary Cheney have won Florida.
Those ballots which plaintiffs wish this
The county ruling came just hours after the release of a 7-page opinion from the U.S. Supreme Court. The High Court wants the Florida Supreme Court to clarify an earlier ruling which allowed manual recounts in several Florida counties.
I do believe I have won this election. I believe that I won it on the first count and on the second count and on the third count. But the vice president's going to have to make the decisions that he thinks are necessary. And I know that he'll put the interests of the country will be important in his decision making, just like it would be in mine.
They wanted the U.S. Supreme Court to say, we want this over with so that we can be president-elect. And they didn't get that. They didn't get that at all. And so I thought it was really a considerable victory, not a total victory.
Vice President Al Gore is running out of time and options, but there are a couple of major decisions that could still turn around this race. The Gore campaign says that it is going to stand its ground until, number one, the Florida Supreme Court rules on the decision made today by Leon County Judge N. Sanders Saul, and number two, it's going to wait until a Democratic lawsuit is settled in Seminole County. That case involves some GOP absentee ballots, and it does have the potential to eliminate George W. Bush's vote lead. Kurt and Shauna, back to you.
The legal maneuvering continues. Anna, thanks.
Well, news of the U.S. Supreme Court decision came as no surprise to Oregon Senator Gordon Smith. The Republican senator says the Florida Supreme Court got a spanking for violating not only the terms of the Constitution, but also federal statutes.
Because I did not see any way that a court could ignore clear black and white language in the Constitution that state legislatures set things like the rules of elections and then specifically ignore a federal statute that was enacted for reasons of this very circumstance.
And considering the latest court rulings, do you think Al Gore should concede the presidency? That's tonight's 12 Talkback online poll. Log on to our website, Oregons12.com, and we'll have results on tomorrow's 10 o'clock news.
Well, on Friday night, we asked you if U.S. Supreme Court hearings should be televised. Here's how you answered our 12 Talkback online poll. 45% of you said yes, 54% said no. And be sure to stay with KPTV Oregon's 12 for continuing coverage of the presidential election deadlock. We'll have the latest developments tomorrow on Good Day Oregon, then right here on the 10 o'clock news.
The wife of a Portland trailblazer faces a second drunk driving charge tonight. Arvidas Sabonis' wife, Ingrida, was stopped and arrested last night after the Washington County Sheriff's Office received a call about an erratic driver. A blood alcohol test showed a level of .26. That's more than 3 times the legal limit. Sabonis was also charged with violating her court agreement to avoid alcohol. She's currently on diversion for a previous DUI last May. So what could this second DUI charge mean for Sabonis? Well, she has not been convicted of either charge, but under Oregon law, your first drunk driving conviction could get you a minimum of 2 days in jail or 80 hours of community service. The maximum penalty is a year behind bars, plus you lose your license for a year. You also have to pay a fine of $1,000 and go through an alcohol treatment program. For a second conviction, the penalties are the same, except the fine goes up to $1,500, and you lose your license for 3 years.
A deadly shooting in Salem. A man kills his estranged wife and then kills himself. Police say Carlos and Dorinda Lopez had had some domestic problems, and they were separated. They have 3 kids, a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a child about a year old. Salem police say the children were at the father's home when the shooting happened.
And the situation was that they were estranged, husband and wife. She went to his house to pick up the kids. They shared custody of the kids. She went there to pick up the kids, and she was shot and killed there at the scene. And then he turned the gun on himself.
Tonight, the kids are living with relatives. Mrs. Lopez died at the house. Carlos Lopez was taken to Salem Hospital, where he later died.
Police have a murder suspect in custody tonight. This after finding a 40-year-old man shot to death at a southeast Portland apartment building. The victim was found after police living in the Whispering Winds, or people living in the Whispering Winds apartment complex heard gunshots and saw a body on the stairs. The suspect was arrested at a traffic stop, but he didn't cooperate. Police fired beanbags at him to get him to surrender. Neither his name nor the victim's name have been released. While officers were investigating that homicide, a nearby store reported finding a possible bomb. A security guard at the Fred Meyer at 147th and Division reported finding what looked like a homemade pipe bomb in a store parking lot. The bomb squad safely removed the pipe, and officers say they believe it could have potentially exploded. No word yet on who could have put it there, and police don't think it was connected to that murder.
A Portland woman accused of drowning her newborn baby pleads guilty to manslaughter charges. Police say Irene Duarte hid her pregnancy from her family before having the baby back in July. She gave birth to a 9-pound boy in a bathtub of an Eagle Creek house. An autopsy showed the baby was born alive and died from drowning. Investigators said Duarte made no attempt to pull the baby from the water. Duarte will spend 75 months in jail.
Very difficult in this job to come up with a reasonable resolution to figure out what you think is just in this case. But we feel that with 6 years in state prison with the post-prison supervision, that hopefully that this will deter her from further acts of this kind.
Duarte has a 2-year-old son. His grandmother now has custody of the boy. A Washougal teen convicted of murdering her father will go to prison for more than 28 years. Back in October, 18-year-old Tiffany Williams was found guilty of murdering her father, Clinton Williams. He was a 56-year-old computer technician for the Army Corps of Engineers. Her boyfriend and another man still face trial in the stabbing death.
Police make a huge pot bust just a couple of blocks away from West Lynn High School. 26-year-old Daniel Alberg is in the Clackamas County Jail on drug charges. KPTV's David Wilson joins us with more on the drug bust. Dave?
Well, West Lynn police say they don't know where Dan Alberg was headed when they pulled him over and discovered several pounds of homegrown dope in his car. But investigators hope he wasn't targeting teenagers at the local high school just hundreds of feet from his home. The strong odor of dried marijuana fills West Lynn Police headquarters.
This is all taken out of his car.
Police say inside 26-year-old Daniel Alberg's car was more than 4 pounds of premium pot.
It was stuffed in this duffel bag.
All the dope, along with a wad of cash, led police to Alberg's home in the 21,000 block of Willamette Drive.
These are some of the lights that he was using for the grow operation.
1,000-watt lights, exhaust fans, atmospheric controls, and automatic watering systems help grow hundreds of plants, many more than allowed under Oregon's medical marijuana law.
This is a lot. I mean, you could You could supply a couple of hospitals if you're going to do medical use with this.
Police also found 2 9mm guns, $6,000 in cash, and this computer used to operate an in-home skateboarding business.
Absolutely, and that alarms us as well, because skateboarding, you generally targets younger people.
Police say the pot and skateboarding business were only 800 feet from West Lynn High School. Detectives want to know, did Alberg sell to kids?
We don't know that whether he has or not, whether he was dealing not only skateboards to younger folks, maybe he was some marijuana issues as well.
It does concern me, I guess, that it's so close to the high school.
Ron and Peggy Pricer live right next door with their 5 children. They saw no teenagers at Alberg's house.
I had no idea what he was doing over there. I just never saw him or had any contact with him, and their people didn't seem to come and go, and kids didn't come and go that we saw.
Police say because Alberg's home is less than 1,000 feet away from a school, if convicted, he would face a much more serious felony charge for allegedly growing such a large amount of marijuana. Police want to hear from anyone who is familiar with this operation, and they particularly want to know if Alberg sold to any kids at West Lynn High.
A Gladstone woman hurt in a fire that killed her husband and 3-year-old son is improving tonight. Amy Botker has been upgraded from critical to serious condition at Portland Hospital. She has carbon monoxide poisoning and has burns over 11% of her body. Her husband, Michael, and son, Randon, died in the Tuesday night fire at a 10-unit apartment building. Investigators say the cause was probably accidental. Amy Botker's father is the Gladstone Battalion chief. Some of the religious icons and Bibles stolen from this Russian Orthodox church have been found. Thieves broke into the Ospensky church in Woodburn on Thanksgiving. They stole hundreds of icons and other religious items. Some people collecting cans on a nearby road found some of the items in a ditch yesterday.
Coming up, getting in on the bowl action. Ducks and Beaver fans gear up for the bowls, but they might have problems getting there. Ticket troubles at 10:17.
Also, if you drive an SUV, brace yourself for some bad news. Insurance companies about to hit you in the wallet at 10:32.
Plus, high-tech gadgets just in time for the holidays. We'll show you some of the hot items that might end up under your tree at 10:44.
I'm meteorologist Rod Hill on the weather deck. We have clear skies tonight, a beautiful day. High temperature did reach 50 degrees. The low this morning just missing freezing at 34. Coming up, yes, there is snowflakes in our future, or there are snowflakes, I should say. We'll talk about that at 10:26.
I'm Kimberly Moss. Tomorrow, the GizWiz has holiday gift ideas for grown-ups. And qualify to win a Rheem gas furnace for Pioneer Gas tomorrow.
KPTV Oregon's 12 and your Portland Winterhawks invite you to break the rules. It's the 3rd annual Teddy Bear Toss this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Brought to you by KPTV Oregon's 12 and your Portland Winterhawks. Go ahead, bring a teddy bear and break the rules to benefit local children's charities. Presented by KPTV Oregon's 12 and your Portland Winterhawks.
Ford Focus, 60-watt CD player at a price that's not so loud at your Northwest Ford store.
Here are just a few of the hundreds of decorations you can save on at Kmart. A 7.5-foot tree for just $77. Decorated wreaths for just $6.99. 100-count Westinghouse lights for $3.79. Come to the Trim-A-Home department at Kmart. It has everything you need to make a holiday work of art in your home or wherever else you live. Kmart. We know how to make your holidays bright.
Long before the heavenly beauty, there was the wrath of Mother Nature, who created the 40 largest floods North America's ever seen. A waterfall 5 times the breadth of Niagara, and a 400-foot deep lake 120 miles long. Skamania Lodge in the Columbia River Gorge. 13,000 years in the making.
an I-team alert involving the Rite Aid pharmacy chain.
The state attorney general's office says the chain misled customers about the price of prescriptions. The AG says pharmacists offered senior citizens discounts on cash-only prescriptions, but then added hidden charges to erase or diminish the discount.
We were able to discover this through information provided by Rite Aid as we went through all their accounting information, that there were over 1,200 seniors in Oregon that this appeared that they thought they were getting a discount, and they either got a smaller one or they didn't get anything at all.
That was Jan Margosian from the Attorney General's office appearing this morning on Good Day Oregon here on KPTV Oregon's 12. Well, under an agreement with the state, Rite Aid promises to disclose the full terms of all future discounts it offers on prescriptions. It will also pay $25,000 to a state consumer fund. However, Rite Aid does not admit doing anything wrong.
Maintenance violations might cost Alaska Airlines almost $1 million in fines. The FAA proposed the $1 million fine based on several incidents, including operating an MD-80 without a flight data recorder, flying a 737 with an improperly maintained guidance instrument, and operating planes without maintenance. The Seattle-based airline says the fine was based on a special inspection, and the problems raised during that inspection have all been fixed. Alaska Airlines has been under scrutiny since last January's crash off the coast of California that killed all 88 people on board.
Some big money coming to Milwaukee to make it easier for you to get around.
Sort of looks like a check, and I probably won't out.
Oregon Senator Gordon Smith presenting a $1.5 million check to Milwaukee's mayor and the county commissioners. Money will be used to improve bus service between Portland and Clackamas County, and some of the money will be used to build a new transit center in Milwaukee. There's an overnight road closure to tell you about. In about an hour and 45 minutes, all northbound lanes of I-205 will be closed because of Airport Max construction. Starting at midnight, crews will pour concrete decking on the new pedestrian bridge at the Park Rose Transit Center. All lanes will reopen by 5 a.m. on Tuesday. Traffic will be rerouted off I-205 at Sandy Boulevard and back on at Columbia Boulevard.
Beaver and Duck fans no longer have to worry about which bowl games their prospective teams are playing in, but now fans have less than a month to work on travel plans and find game tickets. And as KPTV's Drew Mickelson found out, going to a bowl game isn't always easy or cheap.
Making travel plans during the holidays is never easy. But forget about getting to these bowl games. What about getting in? Both schools do have a limited amount of tickets, but students, staff, season ticket holders, and donors have the first chance at those. So that means the casual fan may have to get creative to get a ticket. Loud and proud Beaver fans arrived early on campus for their first chance to get Fiesta Bowl tickets.
Go Beavs! Yeah!
Some of the OSU backers even camped out overnight.
First time in history something like this happened to Oregon State, so decided to come early, be the first one here. I came to get the best seats we can. And
Spending the night outdoors may seem like a tough way to get football tickets, but there aren't many of them to go around. Oregon State has 22,000 Fiesta Bowl tickets, and Oregon has 11,500 Holiday Bowl tickets. Students, staff, university donors, and season ticket holders are going to have the first opportunity to buy bowl game seats. If there are any leftover seats, they will be sold to the general public.
Tell her that I'm going to have to put the charge through for the tickets separately because I've already charged their package.
Lee Morona is selling tour packages for Duck and Beaver fans for the Cruise Masters Travel Agency. He says now is the time to start looking for tickets.
The best way to get tickets to a game is to network. Friends, your boss's daughter, whatever.
If the schools sell out their allotment, there are other ways to find a ticket. Calling your respective bowl committees can help, as can ticket brokers, and while you may end up paying more than face value for a ticket, experts say as long as you're willing to pay, there is a ticket out there for you.
I think there's an initial panic that sets in. Oh my goodness, I can't get a ticket. It works itself out, but you've got to give it a little time, and you've got to put a little effort into it. And people are able to find tickets by hook or by crook. They get them.
Now, if you have a connection who can get you tickets, you may want to be extra nice to them over the next couple of weeks. Or you can also expect to see tickets for sale on the internet and in the classified ads. But once again, plan on paying more than face value for those. Now, if all this bowl madness sounds like just too much work, don't forget, you can watch these games on live television here in Portland.
It's just not the same, though, huh? If you'd like more information on how to get a bowl ticket, both schools want to help you out. Oregon State has set up a hotline at 541-737-4144. You can also find out the latest on their website at www.osubeavers.com. For University of Oregon information, call 1-800-WEBFOOT. Love that phone number, or check their website, www.goducks.com. All these numbers and addresses are on our website at Oregons12.com.
Now, as for the Beavers team, they are preparing for their biggest game in decades.
And they are early favorites to beat Notre Dame. Tim Becker joins us now with more on that.
You know, it's all about respect. You Beaver fans cannot complain anymore because you're getting all the respect in the world. Absolutely. Turns out all the sweat and all the ado about the Beavers possibly not making the Fiesta Bowl was completely unnecessary. The bowl committee said all along Oregon State was in. It was just a matter of who their opponent would be. Today, more respect for the Beavs, who've been installed as the early three-point favorites over Notre Dame. Add to that the fact that they will be the home team, meaning they're wearing those black uniforms again, and everything seems to be falling in place for the Beavers. They were favored to beat higher-ranked Oregon in the Civil War, had no trouble doing that either. Bottom line, this is a dream matchup for the Fiesta Bowl, folks. Notre Dame with its nationwide following and two teams that weren't even ranked in the preseason top 25.
Anytime there are 8 teams selected for these bowls, the top 8 teams in the country, and you're one of them, do I think we've arrived? It's pretty hard to say that we have.
Yeah, it is. And now they can practice knowing who to get ready for. The Beavers will spend a lot of time in Arizona practicing, by the way. They leave December 21st. That's 12 days before they kick it off against Notre Dame. As for the fans, well, they'll probably be trickling in after Christmas down there, and there'll be a bundle of them, too. OSU officials have promised the bowl committee that they'll bring 30,000 or more fans with them to Tempe. And I got to tell you right now, we were looking into airfares today, and it's tough to find a decent one already.
Really? Yeah. You know, a coworker of ours who will remain nameless wore a Notre Dame sweatshirt in today.
He will remain nameless.
Yeah, he's going to get beaten up, I think, next time.
Thanks, Tim.
Well, meteorologist Rod Hill says he does indeed have a snowflake.
We're Friday.
No Jekyll, all Hyde. The new 210 horsepower, supercharged Nissan Frontier.
Introducing something totally new from Verizon Wireless. It's called New Every 2. We'll give you a new digital phone up to $100 value every 2 years for free when you sign up for a 2-year agreement. So you'll always have the latest in wireless technology. It's never been easier to keep up with what's new. New Every 2, only from Verizon Wireless. Join in.
If it's high-tech, it's probably hot this holiday season. Find out which toys the big boys and girls in your life will want to find under the tree this year. Coming up on the 10 o'clock news.
Are you searching the world for a gift that's different? Spend less. Celebrate more. Cost Plus World Market.
Bill Schonley here at Standard TV and Appliance 82nd Avenue showroom, one of the largest selections of big screens in the Northwest. Now take it from me, folks. These Mitsubishi big screens have brighter pictures, crisper colors, amazing detail.
At Standard, save now on Mitsubishi digital satellite systems and Mitsubishi big screens with no down payment, no interest, and no payment for 1 year at any of Standard showrooms.
That's your big screen headquarters, Standard TV and Appliance.
Why do I drive an Audi with Quattro all-wheel drive? Because I like driving a car that has an amazing racing heritage.
A car that dominated the Super Touring Series. Bye-bye! Get this thing out of here, guys. Come on. A car that has such unbelievable traction that they banned it for having an unfair advantage.
I'll take all the unfair advantage I can get.
Share some good cheer from around the world. For great wines at great prices. Cost Plus World Market.
I'm Kathy Smith. Tomorrow in the 5 o'clock hour of Good Day Oregon, if you don't know how to read your medical bill, you could be paying for someone else's visit to the doctor. That story tomorrow.
Welcome back. In News from America tonight, a church congregation is in shock tonight after learning their minister may have swindled them out of nearly $1 million. The priest and his family face 109 charges of securities fraud and theft in Pennsylvania. Police say the family tricked the congregation into buying thousands of dollars in a bad stock. The church has lost about 75% of its parishioners since the money was first reported missing in August.
Delta Airlines plans to ask a federal court in the morning for a temporary restraining order against its pilots after the airline was forced to cancel hundreds of flights over the weekend. Many of the carrier's pilots have refused to fly overtime shifts while their union negotiates a new contract.
Ever had a soda with oatmeal? Well, now you can. Sort of. Kinda. Soft drink giant PepsiCo is buying the Quaker Oats company. See how it all works? It's a deal worth nearly $13.5 billion in stock. The purchase adds Gatorade to Pepsi's drink menu, but the corporation already has its own sports drink, All Sport. So as part of the deal, Pepsi will stop making All Sports and only sell Gatorade.
In news from the world tonight, former Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he may be returning to politics. Netanyahu says because of the recent fighting between Palestinians and Israelis, he wants to run for office again. Israel's current Prime Minister Ehud Barak is facing criticism for his handling of the recent violence. Last week, Barak told the Israeli people he would call an early election. Netanyahu says he's thinking about running in that election.
2 giant panda cubs from China are leaving for their new home here in the U.S. They'll spend 10 years at the Washington National Zoo providing scientific research in the breeding of this endangered species. They're so cute. About 1,000 giant pandas facing the danger of extinction inhabit the mountain areas of southwest China. There will be an official exhibit opening ceremony for the 2 pandas in January.
Amazing creatures.
Oh, yeah. Well, from world news to news from out of this world.
Tonight, a new discovery on Mars may help answer the age-old question, was there ever life on Mars? New close-up pictures like this one taken by the Mars orbiter reveal ancient sedimentary rocks, rock formations on the surface there. It looks like the dried-up areas may have been lakes, and that would support the theory that Mars once had water on the surface. Scientists say if there was water, of course, there could have been life.
HD TV, fast cars, those high-tech items, and more might be on your loved one's gift list.
And as KPTV's Julie Esquera found out today, get ready to shell out some big bucks. Julie?
Yeah, well, high-tech gifts can be very expensive, like this massage chair here. But if money is no object, we have some great gift ideas for you. That story's coming up next after the break.
Ford Focus. Head-turning looks, head-turning price. From your Northwest Ford store.
Oh, look at that. Look at the little Nature Sweet tomatoes. What's the matter? You afraid to leave your mama's vine?
Oh, you're just bitter because they taste homegrown and you don't.
Hey, who you calling bitter?
Listen, only Nature Sweet brand tomatoes taste as fresh as homegrown tomatoes, and that's because they ripen on that vine.
Well, if you're so smart, Smarty Pants, where's your vine, huh?
Pears grow on trees.
Well, I knew that. Nature Sweet tomatoes. They taste homegrown because they ripen on that vine.
Look at Santa Claus! Voice over! It's like the
Don't miss all the glimmers and glows at Hollywood Video Winter Wonderland, presented by Thriftway. The drive-through that'll light up your life.
Look at the reindeer! Flying right over us!
The largest show of its kind in the Northwest. Nearly 2 miles of dazzling lights and something new every year. Discount coupons available at Hollywood Video.
Wow, look at that! It's the 12th day of Christmas!
Hollywood Video Winter Wonderland at Portland International Raceway every night through New Year's.
On Wall Street today, the Dow was up 187 points to close at 10,560. The Nasdaq down 30 points at 2616. The 10 o'clock news continues in a moment.
Long before the heavenly beauty, there was the wrath of Mother Nature, who created the 40 largest floods North America's ever seen. A waterfall 5 times the breadth of Niagara, and a 400-foot deep lake 120 miles long. Skamania Lodge in the Columbia River Gorge. 13,000 years in the making.
We'll help you through. You'll love the new you.
here for you.
Hurry, hurry, step right up for a big holiday bonus on AT&T Digital Cable. Through Tuesday only, order the Digital Gold package and get free installation, plus up to 200 channels for just over $1 a day. Your first 3 months of our Digital Gold package is only $32.99 a month, a savings of over $100. This holiday bonus offer ends Tuesday, so hurry, hurry. Call 1-800-CABLE-ME and order AT&T Digital Cable.
All right, folks, time is ticking. You only have 3 weeks now to find that perfect gift.
I haven't even started yet, Kurt. You still don't have any ideas like me? KPTV's Julia Scarra does. She joins us live from Pioneer Place with some gift ideas to please even the most discriminating taste. But you have to have a lot of money, huh, Julie?
Yeah, something like that. Like I said, we're at the Sharper Image, and when in doubt, head over to this place. They have all the gadgets and gizmos you could ever dream of. But some of these high-tech toys could cost you a pretty penny.
Cool.
Finding a cool gift is as easy as heading to the local shopping mall. They have things that whirl, roll, and even buzz.
Our clientele is mostly men. I would go so far as to consider this like a daycare center for men.
We don't want to stereotype, but high-tech toys tend to be at the top of men's Christmas lists.
I'd probably get him something electronic to play with that didn't serve any purpose.
The toys range from the reasonable to outrageous. For $90, you can buy a complete tool set, and for a cool $3,200, you can get a massage right in your own living room.
Yeah, this would be a good gift.
Talking about good gifts, how about the latest in electronics?
High-definition TV, whether it be a panel, whether it be a rear projection unit, incredibly popular, on the tip of most people's tongues.
This plasma TV rings in at $20,000. And for $90,000?
For $90,000, what would that be? It would be a CD player. It would be what's called a preamplifier, a pair of amplifiers, and some speakers. Technology does have a price.
This is a 6-speed transmission, 12 cylinders, nearly 500 horsepower.
This is pushing it, but how about the ultimate gift of all, a new car, but not any car, a Ferrari?
On this car, we actually have a 3-year waiting list for.
So this is the most popular model.
By far.
And again, how much?
$150,000.
Sound out of your price range?
There's even financing available, yes.
A miniature version will cost you only about $40. Well, not all the toys are going to cost an arm and a leg. These cordless headphones, just $50. So not all those hot items are going to break the bank. Kurt, Shauna, back to you.
All right, so what was it like to sit in that $150,000 car?
It was definitely worth it. Every single penny, even though I didn't even pay a cent over there.
Thanks a lot, Julie. Well, meanwhile, the annual Dirty Dozen violent toy list was released today. The Lion and Lamb Project does this every year. It's a parents' organization aimed at stopping companies from marketing violence to children. Among the toys on this year's list, Bone Crunching Buddy and Turok Primogen Omniversal Annihilator.
Many of the toys that are on today's Dirty Dozen list of violent toys are based on adult or teen products. Just as Joe Camel ads were intended to sell children on the concept that smoking was cool, toys are now being used to sell the concept that violence is cool. Whether that violence is connected to movies, to video games, to television programs.
The group also put out a top 20 list of toys it recommends. On that list, Radio DJ. It's a mini broadcast system that allows kids to create their own radio shows.
Speaking of toys, you have 2 weeks now to help us out this holiday season. The KPTV Oregon 12 Holiday Toy Drive lasts through December 19th. Here's a look at our station lobby. Already lots of toys, but we'd like you to help us fill the room, and here's how you can help. Drop off your new unwrapped toys to our lobby located right here at 211 Southeast Carruthers, or drop them off at your local fire station or even at your local Papa Murphy pizza store. All the toys will be given to the Portland Fire Bureau's Toy and Joy Makers program.
You've heard of the good ship Lollipop. Well, it's got nothing on the boat being created at Paragon Restaurant. Chef Peter Doherty is busy building the legend of Christmas Spirit. It's a boat made of gingerbread, lots of gingerbread. It weighs about 100 pounds, and beginning this Wednesday, it'll be on display with other gingerbread creations at Pioneer Place in downtown Portland. It's all to raise money for the Neighborhood House, which has helped low-income families in Southwest Portland for over 100 years. And this shipbuilding project has been a big one.
Well, there's 36-time batch of gingerbread here, and looks like about 20 pounds of candy. So we're dealing with a lot of volume here.
You can check out the Gingerbread Kingdom display at Pioneer Place beginning on Wednesday and continuing through December 26th.
Tonight, our nation's capital looks a little more festive for the holiday season. The Capitol Christmas tree arrived all the way from Colorado Pikes National Forest. And here it is. Colorado Senator Ben Nighthorse Campbell brought the 65-foot Colorado blue spruce right to the Capitol.
Asked Jim if he would notify me next year, depending on where they come from. And if I've got a few days, I think I might go back out and look at it. It's been a great adventure.
It's been a great adventure, he said. House Speaker Dennis Hastert will preside over the lighting ceremony next Wednesday. By the way, Oregon will deliver the national Christmas tree to Washington, D.C. for the first time in 2002.
And I bet it'll be a whole lot prettier than that Colorado tree, huh?
No kidding.
We'll have an update to tonight's top stories and the pinpoint forecast just ahead in the 11 o'clock headlines.
And in sports, 4 finalists have been named for college football's top award. Tim Becker tells us who they are when we come back.
Earlier today on Good Day Oregon.
Kathy, any thoughts about our gorilla test?
Actually, I'm just thinking that Jane Goodall and Diane Fossey devoted their lives to this.
I think we're about to lose the replacement line if we don't get back in.
I guarantee you put those gorillas with George Bush and Al Gore in a room, and one of them would give up.
Every American has a right to really yummy chicken fingers. Arby's chicken fingers. Strips of real chicken breast with a special crunchy coating. Only at Arby's.
Kitchen Caboodle slogan test, take 96.
Kitchen Caboodle. We're not just for dinner anymore.
Next.
Kitchen Caboodle. We offer furniture and cookware to anyone the law allows. Blenders and tables and chairs. Oh my, candles and galaxies.
Yeah, Dorothy. There's no place like home.
Home.
That's it.
Kitchen Caboodle. We make your house a home.
That's a wrap.
Kitchen Caboodle has cooked up great ideas for the chef on your list. Come see us today.
As the hectic holiday season nears, put Postal Annex Plus to work for you. You can complete those last-minute projects, put the final touches on your holiday shopping, and send those letters and packages. No matter how large or small, let the experts at Postal Annex Plus take care of you. We'll say, Happy Holidays! And make your life a whole lot easier. Postal Annex Plus, your home office.
Mixed up about some merchandise? We can help.
Getting your message to the right people is as close as your computer with Consumer Action. Exclusively at Oregon12.com.
Does the internet seem like an endless maze of confusion to you? Which direction do you take for money-saving opportunities? KPTV Oregon's 12 makes it easy to save money with Value Space, only at Oregon's12.com. Just click on any of the businesses you see listed, print out their coupon, and start saving money. It's that easy. Don't get caught in the web maze. Go to Oregon's12.com and get to Value Space now.
Some of the heaviest smokers in Oregon are children. Of course, the smoke they inhale is from someone else's cigarette. Smoke a pack a day at home. Your kid inhales 50 packs a year. Never forget. Secondhand smoke is a first-rate killer.
Now, sports with Tim Becker. Well, less than a year after learning their team will go to... Less than a year, did I say? Less than a day after learning their team will go to the Fiesta Bowl. Hey, cut me some slack. Beaver fans placed orders for 6,000 tickets on Monday. At that pace, they're going to sell out their allotment in no time. Meantime, the thrill of being selected for a BCS Bowl game is alive for the players who eagerly await the chance to beat a storied program like Notre Dame's. Each team will receive $12 to $13 million, but while Oregon State has to share theirs with the Pac-10, Notre Dame, as an independent, gets to keep it all. As for students, they started lining up last night to buy tickets to the game, and when I say lined up, I mean lined up, gang. We're talking more than halfway around Gill Coliseum.
Right now, you're the last guy in line. How do you feel about that?
It's wrapped halfway around the stadium, but as long as I get a ticket, I'm fine.
I bet he got one. Oregon State's trip to Arizona left the Holiday Bowl open for the Ducks, who were preparing to play 12th-ranked Texas December 29th in San Diego. Thanks to the Beavs, the Ducks will get a payout of $1.9 million. That's over $1 million more than if they went to the Aloha Bowl in Hawaii. 3 quarterbacks and 1 running back have been chosen as the finalists for college football's Heisman Trophy. The running back is LaDainian Tomlinson from Texas Christian. Oklahoma quarterback Josh Heupel and Florida State's Chris Weinke are on the list also, along with Purdue quarterback Drew Brees, who's going to go up against the Huskies in the Rose Bowl New Year's Day. Brees, a finalist last year, is the Big Ten's career passing leader, throwing for almost 3,400 yards and 24 touchdowns this season alone. In the NFL, head coach Norv Turner had to take the long walk to his SUV today after being fired by the Washington Redskins. His dismissal happens a day after the Skins suffered their 4th loss in 5 games, falling to 7-6. Assistant Terry Robisky will take over till the end of the season.
Do they need a different personality? Does this team need a different personality at the top?
No, I think we need different players. We need different personalities. Players lose games, man. I've never been one to blame it on the coach. Players lose games. Players cause games to be won, not coaches.
Monday Night Football, New England hosting Kansas City, second quarter. Chiefs quarterback Elvis Gerbach airing it out for Derek Alexander, an 81-yard touchdown to tie it up 10-all. But the Patriots would have their highest scoring game of the season, and they take the lead for good right here. Drew Bledsoe to Troy Brown. They win a meaningless game for both teams. 30-24 is the final. A location and times are out for Saturday state championship games, and Jesuit plays North Medford for the 4A football title, noon at Autzen Stadium in Eugene. The 3A title game will be played there also, with Pleasant Hill taking on Scappoose at 3 o'clock. In the NBA, Philadelphia coming to Portland Friday tonight in Denver, where Nick Van Exel's three-pointer ties it 53-all. Seconds left in the half now. James Posey is going to brick a free throw, but Sean Leonard, though, going to get the board and sink it at the buzzer. Nuggets up 2 at the half. And pulling away in the third, I might add, Antonio McDyess going to follow his own miss here, and Denver knocks off Philly 105-98. Baseball, the Mariners brought one of their long-lost players back into the fold today when they signed reliever Jeff Nelson to a 3-year contract. Nelson left Seattle for the Yankees after the '95 season and led the American League with a 2.45 ERA last season. It'll also make his commute a lot easier, by the way, because he already lives in Issaquah, which is a suburb just east of Seattle.
Yeah, it makes it easy, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Tim. Updating our top stories in the 11 o'clock headlines, a bad day for Vice President Al Gore. First, the U.S. Supreme Court asked Florida Supreme Court to clarify its reasons for extending the deadline for certification of Florida's vote tally. Also, a Florida judge rejected Gore's bid for recounts in 2 counties. His attorneys will appeal that ruling.
Police make a huge marijuana bust just a couple of blocks away from West Lynn High School. Investigators don't know if Daniel Alberg was selling to students, but since his home is less than 1,000 feet away from the school, if convicted, he would face a much more serious felony charge for growing such a large amount of pot.
The state attorney general's office says the drugstore chain Rite Aid misled customers about the price of prescriptions. They say pharmacists offered senior citizens discounts on cash-only prescriptions, but then added hidden charges. Rite Aid will pay $25,000 to the state's Consumer Protection Fund, but the store denies any wrongdoing.
And for more on these and other stories, plus traffic and weather on the 5s, tune in to Good Day Oregon tomorrow morning at 5 right here on KPTV Oregon's 12.
And before we talk about the wake-up weather, Rod, we want to remind parents that Ogden Middle School in Oregon City is closed again tomorrow. It's been closed since, what, last Wednesday?
Power problems.
For electrical problems. So no school for your kids tomorrow at Ogden Middle School.
Never once did I get to miss school because of an electrical problem.
Never.
Never happened.
They'll have to make it up, though, unfortunately.
Outside tomorrow morning. This is what we expect to happen. Should be fairly clear out, but possible areas of frost and fog. In fact, some areas already down below freezing at this hour. 33 degrees in the city of Portland. Sunrise at 7:35. Good day tomorrow.
Thanks, Rod. Finally tonight, if you think a dog is talented when he fetches a Frisbee, you haven't seen anything yet.
Oh, boy. This is Siggy of Saybrook, Connecticut. He walks and plays like most furry four-legged companions, but he entertains, too. When dressed up in his Santa costume, Siggy sings and plays the piano.
The first time he played, I must say, was an accident. But I applauded.
And he liked that?
Of course. That's all you need to do. With most males, he just knows that when he puts his costume on, that's why he's doing it.
Just applaud for most males. They love it. Unfortunately, this is Siggy's last year performing. He's decided to retire from the world of showbiz and live out the rest of his life